I've been a single mom for 15 and a half years. Single mom as in no co-parent, no financial support, full schedule me. So I was just thinking, because I was scrolling on Facebook, and oh my gosh, I used to work at a preschool because that was one of the easiest jobs that wouldn't fire me for all of the sick days when your kid is teething and has a fever from teething, and then you have to keep them out of childcare for the whole next 24 hours. So say they had a fever from teething at 3 p.m. that day and got sent home. Well, if you didn't get there till like 3:30 because you have to get off work, you can't bring your child back until 3:40 or 3:30 the next day. So anyways, or diarrhea, if they had a fever from diarrhea, just so much when it comes to, and like, how do you afford paying for it? Especially because like my babysitter couldn't watch my son anymore, so I had to find a way to actually pay for like a child care facility and still have some money to pay for all the bills of, like, where we were living, our food and all that, the bills for the car, the phone. So I worked at a preschool. That made logical sense because my son went to preschool and he would have been a different class. And I loved that era of my life. I worked with the babies class. I worked as a lead teacher. And then I also was a lead teacher at some point for the threes. I did the School Plus program coordination for a while. I mean, I really like grew into who and started wearing all these different hats into that era of my life, and like I loved it. Point of the story being, it's crazy to me now because I'll be scrolling on Facebook and I'm seeing my preschool students have a Facebook now. Oh my gosh! It breaks my heart to see all these babies I feel like I took a large part in raising. I can say that because my baby was also in the preschool, and those teachers, they play such a huge role in raising our children because our society has us working 8 hours a day as parents. And so we miss out on a majority of the day, and then when we finally get home, it's 6 o'clock already. 6 p.m. So you have 6 p.m. and when they're younger to 8 p.m. to eat, bathe. Do you get much time to really play? You know? Anyway, all of my preschool students are getting their little Facebooks and their social media, and they're growing up just like my son is. They're driving, and I'm like, where did the time go? How did it get to this point? And the saddest part is I feel like I helped raise them, and I have all of these memories, all of these stories about who they were as children, and they have no idea who I am. And sometimes I think their parents don't know or recognize me either. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Nala. Oh my gosh. There's the one we called the favorite, Mackenzie. Oh my gosh. Oh, they turned out all right. Oh my gosh, there's those cute little foster kids that were with their foster parents that adopted them, and they look at how far they have come from what they had to go through with behaviors, from the transition of where they were to a loving family. Like, look how lucky they are that they have this life, because you knew what life they had before, and they don't remember it because they were so young. Isn't that wild to think, to just like realize? But I still don't feel like I'm old. I'm not going to accept that. Also, just so you know, I'm using this really cool light, or my video would have looked like this. And this light, if I'm going to be completely frank with you, check it out. It has all these different colors. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, that's kind of a fun one. Okay. Lots of different modes. Oh, look at this one. It fades in and fades out. Great for podcasting. Like, if you want to shine this on a podcasting wall, great for that. And then you have like the slower transition. This is the podcasting wall. Anyways, I'll put this down below because it's pretty sick. But yeah, I'm just like, I was literally just scrolling on Facebook and I saw that and I was like, holy freaking moly. That little girl, that little baby, my little 2-year-old, she has a Facebook now? What? That's pretty insane to me. That's pretty insane.